start with the headlines from some local and national tabloids. And our focus today on the People's Voice will be on the lingering unpaid salary matters. We're learning that IMO workers, some of them did storm the state secretariat with their protest letters, demanding that their plight be attended to. And of course, the erstwhile NLC chairman here in Imo State, Comrade Austin Chilapo, has accused the government of not paying the workers, 17,000 of them, he alleged, and pensioners not being paid as many as 4,000 yet to get their pension. So we're going to take a look at some of these issues, this allegation. Of course, you know there's a new faction of NLC. I don't know if I'm permitted to call it a faction, because the Imo State government has recognized the new leadership of NLC here in Imo State. And then there is the talk of no work, no pay. All right, so on one hand, workers don't want to go to work because they are being owed. On the other hand, there's a threat that if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So all of these issues are before us to discuss this morning. But like I said, we'll have to consider some headlines, starting off with Announcer Express, which says tension in Olu as soldiers police in bloody clash rather with ESN. The rider here says as Uzodinma declares curfew in 10 local government areas. Of course, this is one trending matter that is of course still before us and before the Imo State government to address. I was reading a piece that was trying to make sense of the whole situation with regards to this Olu matter, and it turns out that this matter has been lingering since at least since the Eastern Security Network was created. And well, more revelation suggests that the government got a wind of the activities and attempted to arrest some of the members, and that arrest was resisted, which led to the death of some soldiers. And all of this has been happening. Well, things degenerated when 2 soldiers were killed and the soldiers had to mobilize to get back their fallen soldiers. And we learned, of course, all the videos circulating on social media suggest that there was a shootout between the ESN and the Nigerian army. Of course, you know the development when the Imo State government decided to announce curfew, which is still in force, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You are not allowed to come out. All right, but you know the update now is that, well, the people there are concerned, especially with regards to the fact that there's no time lag attached to the curfew. They are concerned about their welfare, about how they're going to survive, how they're going to cope or go about their business. We will talk about that. So that explains this headline here, which says tension in Olu as soldiers police in bloody clash with ESN, and of course the curfew that was declared there. Okay, moving on to another headline. Uzodinma donates 3-bedroom flats to homeless family in Mbise. This story is on page 2, and it's not the Uzodinma you are thinking. This is an evangelist. All right, good work there. Also from Announcer Express, you have COVID-19. Iwayamu enjoys school owners to provide safety measures. No doubt, no school is allowed to open without ensuring adequate security for staff and students. So it's a good call from the elder statesman. All right. Also from Announcer Express, One Juba flags off federal government 774,000 jobs in Imo. Page 2 has details of that. And we might squeeze in one more headline from this tabloid. Yeah, we could decide to go with this. Buhari appoints new service chiefs. Yes, I'm sure that will be the talking point in many news media this morning. Let's move on to Nigeria News Point. The big caption is also talking about the Olu saga, and this one captured it this way: Army versus ESN. Stray bullets allegedly killed 10 in military IPOB gun battle in Imo. Governor declares curfew in 9 local government areas. Residents lament food shortages, hunger, fear. That's what I was talking about. That is actually the development now. There's food shortage, there's hunger, there's uncertainty, and of course, when soldiers are involved, there's the tendency for human rights abuses to take place, and this has to be addressed as soon as possible. But this caption here saying 10 allegedly killed. I've seen different figures. Some say 5, some say 3. But the news is that people died. People died. Innocent people who knew nothing about the fracas lost their lives, and someone has to take responsibility for those deaths. Are there going to be compensation? We don't know. In the governor's broadcast, the death of the innocent Olu people was not mentioned, and I'm yet to get any more information about what's going to happen to the families that have lost dear ones in Olu. Thankfully, my guest is already making himself comfortable, talking about Chief F.I. Agba, retired permanent secretary and a public opinion expert, and my co-anchor Zanders Okeke also making his way.
Yes, good morning, Paul.
Is there traffic in town, or what explains this late arrival?
A little bit of traffic here.
Okay.
And secondly, probably not mobile this morning.
Aha. Okay.
The traffic hold up is in front of your building.
That's true. Along Wedra, it's been some serious gridlock lately. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So,
good morning, listeners.
You caught us when I was taking some headlines from the local tabloid, and I already laid some background information on the plight of workers and pensioners in Imo State before you came. However, let's continue from Nigeria News Point. Let's establish your thoughts on what's played out in Olu, because the headline and for the most part almost all the papers are capturing the Olu saga. This headline here is saying stray bullets allegedly killed 10 in military IPOB gun battle, and the rider says residents lament food shortages, hunger and fear.
That's normally consequences of war. If our soldiers are involved, then there's some war going on there, which is unfortunate. Because I think the present government should be well advised that people taking the laws into their hands is not good, whether they are soldiers or civilians. That is why the judiciary is there. Because if people want to settle score, because from what I'm hearing, they killed their member and they went for a revenge or whatever. But even if their member was not killed or killed, you don't take such actions without due process, because the life that may be lost may even be that of your brother. But presently, it appears in this country that we are now training our children to be lawless. So it's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
All right, News Echo also talked about blood everywhere, Olu bonds as people property destroyed. Well, that's on one side. Again, Buhari snubs Ndibo. President excludes Southeast in new service chiefs appointments. Were we expecting anything different, Chief Agba?
Well, as a bureaucrat, I will find it difficult to go into that area because all the facts are not known. Assuming there is no Igbo man, I'm not saying there is, assuming without considering, high enough or competent enough to take charge, must it be given to him because of an Igbo man? So the issue is that the president in his appointment should not be parochial. That is taken. But you do appointments based on available material. And like in promotion, the first person to be considered is the most senior, but he doesn't necessarily need to get it. If you consider him and he has some shortcomings, you go to the next till you find somebody who is capable of holding the office. And this office we are talking is at the highest level. You can't experiment at that level. But I don't know the facts. I don't know, because people who are interested in it should know the Igbo man who ought to have been there, who is not there. Then that will be a strong case. But if it is just, we must have been there, I don't understand that as a bureaucrat.
Yeah, but another talking point in all of this appointment is Ibrahim Atahiru, who is going to take over the helms of affair of the Nigerian army. There's the talk about the fact that in 2017 he was removed as the theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole because of his inability to actually arrest or kill Abubakar Shekau, and also there were also some failures on his part to stem the insurgency. Now he's now in charge of the army, and questions here and there about his competences is coming up. Is it too early to start assessing his antecedents or performance?
No, it's not too early for people who do. But I assume that the president must have advisors before he makes these appointments. Even if it's not stipulated, it is usually done that way. He has colleagues in the army, and they have a lot of top military officers retired in this country who can write confidential report on every top army officer. In fact, when we appointed permanent secretaries, the DSS went to our villages to investigate us, and there were other variables that were taken into account before you were made. If the president, because he said at his pleasure, simply wakes up to appoint people, how much does he know of those people? A man may appear good to you when he's a disaster to his colleagues, because whoever you are going to give that job should be a person who should be able to command respect of those he's commanding.
We saw Navy officers jubilating when the Air Force Navy Marshal was removed.
So that is the type of thing I'm talking about. You see, so you should normally have a team, like posting of permanent secretaries in the years past. 3 other permanent secretaries are consisted to make recommendation. Then this recommendation will pass through the head of service to the governor with his own opinion. And so the governor is advised. In fact, a governor should be advised before he takes any action, whatever the action is. But if he just wakes up one morning, perhaps didn't have his sleep properly, because a man who didn't sleep well is as good as somebody who is half drunk, and he said, "Now this man," that is, I don't think that can be taken to be very responsible act.
All right. The main reason why we invited you is for you to come share with us from your wealth of knowledge how we can manage salary and pension payment in Imo State, so that everyone who is duly under the employ of Imo State government will start getting their monthly emolument. And of course, for pensioners, same. We are still learning that workers that have been denied salaries for months are going to the state secretariat on a daily basis to plead with the Imo State government to sort out their issues. There is fresh verification going on. The NLC is now factionalized, if you allow me to put it that way, because there's a new ESCO which the Imo State government recognizes. We don't know if the national body recognizes that ESCO, and the Chilakbo group, let me put it that way, is alleging that at least 17,000 workers have not been paid, and 4,000 workers, pensioners rather, are yet to receive their salaries. We're going to look at all of this in detail, and also look at the position of the state government, which is saying no work, no pay. But right here, right now, we have to take some commercials.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Darling FM 107.3. Darling FM 107.3. Nítorí mo yẹ gáàsì náà sílíndà ní Virgin Energy Services ní àbọ̀dé rẹ̀ di àhóṣù ẹ̀sùn o. Ná sílíndà kí ọmọ ẹ̀yẹ sọ̀kú o. Virgin Energy Services.
Nke na-ebugharị silinda iburu gbada
Maazị Ibe ike agwụla m o amaghị m ebe ọzọ ga-abụ nga agbata gaasị njesi nri ndị shọ maka
osugo nwaanyị orogwe ekpesazina maka na ndị na-eji mega gas plant awụchala ọzọ n'orogwe anyị a lee nnukwu oke n'ekwekwa bọgịrị savisi ha na-enye kara aka ha buru ụzọ ha anara gị silinda gị gbajuru gị ya o jupụ m n'ọnụ ha ewere aka ha dọnyere gị ya na moto ha na-erekwazi silinda na accessories ya ma na-edozikwazi silinda mebiri emebi mgbagaba ugbu a na uhu afọmakọ dị so n'ụlọ ụka ndị Salvation Army orogwe Owerri West Local Government Area of Imo State ka ị bara okwu n'ụlọ kpọọ n'akara ekwentị a 09137720001 maọbụ ị gaa na webụsaịtị anyị www.regimgas.com.ng ma cheta na anyị nwere Regime Gas Plant n'Egbu Road n'iru Relief Market Owerri ya na Warrior North Pocket Layout Irete Egbada Junction Onitsha Road Owerri Regime Mega Gas Plant esimesi ebirila ọkụ.
Twisco, power your dream.
Rental hotel and suites. I'm away from home. Rental hotel and suites. For your luxury and comfort. Enjoy yourself with good hospital.
Mr. Charles, how was your night?
I slept like a newborn baby. It's so awesome.
Your comfort is my priority.
Thanks, Mike.
Think of home. Think of Rental Hotel and Suites.
Rental Hotel and Suites is a world-class hotel aiming at redefining the hospitality perception. Recently cleaned with exceptional services of international standard. You can get exclusive rooms of different types. World-class swimming pool, gym, ample parking slots, laundry services, internet services, conference hall, African and intercontinental dishes. And at Rental Hotel, you can get complimentary breakfast. We also have executive bar, cool bar, and we offer airport transfer. Visit Rental Hotel and Suites at Rental Roundabout, former 4040 Roundabout, New Owerri. Or call 0704-984-5794. Rental Hotel and Suite, a place to be.
Welcome to Returns Market Investments Nigeria Limited, a financial home that has impacted life and meaning to many lives, homes and companies with values using strictly the international capital trade market business for the past years and still counting in Nigeria. Returns Market Investment Nigeria Limited has succeeded in delivering prompt and reliable 10% monthly returns on investments for investors with a minimum startup capital of 300,000 naira only and a maximum capital of 100 million naira only. If you're looking for assured and reliable security for your funds and consistent delivery of returns on investment, think Returns Market Investments Nigeria Limited. Contact our office today at Greenwich Mall, number 3 Umez Eronini Street, along Ikenebu, off Wedra Road, Owerri, Imo State, or call us on 0702-521-1290 or visit www.returnsinvestmentsnigeria.com. Choose financial freedom. Choose Returns Market Investments Nigeria Limited.
Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout.
Healthy Kid is a baby and infant tasty liquid that contains 20 bionutrients including omega-3, choline and inositol for brain development, memory and learning ability. It also contains vitamin A, vitamin D3, vitamin E, calcium, iodine and amino acids. Healthy Kids improves immunity and strong bonds. It is also helpful for children with special needs like autism, speech and language delays. Healthy Kid is NAFDAC approved and marketed by United African Laboratory and is available at all pharmacies near you. For further inquiries, call 0806 465 4812.
Dada love Healthy Kid.
Healthy Kids for your baby's general good health.
Everyone has a place they need to be. Everyone has a family.
bookings and more. Visit our website today on www.flyairpeace.com.
Thank you for staying tuned to 107.3 Darling FM. Our guest is Chief F.I. Agba, a retired permanent secretary and one who knows the administration of workers. And today our focus is on the lingering, persistent salary arrears and pensioners not getting their pension when it's supposed to be. And you've listened to me talk about some of the issues pending before us. As of this morning, there is a memo, or should I say a press release now, released by the new NLC ESCO chairman, saying that local government workers should continue to go to work. And this call is because local government workers are already staying back at home as a fallout of the strike action called by NLC. And the memo is suggesting that this NLC does not recognize any strike action declared by workers in Imo State. So let's establish, you as a pensioner and one who worked with the Imo State government, your take on all of this.
Well, to start with, trade unionism is for the interest of the workers, and the officers of the trade union body are maintained by checkoff from the workers. So it's a betrayal of trust, disloyalty for any trade unionist to negotiate anything adverse to the workers. And to start with, the new chairman of this so-called new chairman, because I don't know whether he's the chairman or not, I don't have all the facts. What he's doing at the moment is very strange to any trade unionist. I was chairman Public Service Negotiating Council in this state for more than 10 years. I was chairman Association of Senior Civil Servants for more than 10 years. I was secretary for many years, both association and all this. And this style is very strange to me, because even if there's a change of button, the first thing he will do is to get to the members and get a new mandate, because I'm assuming that the former man who called that strike had mandate of those workers. It is not for him to overrule them and start ordering them about, and he should not make the mistake of thinking that he's an extension of the government house. It's not even in the interest of government for such to happen. When trade unionism started, it was opposed by employers, but later the employers realized that it was in their own interest, because you cannot, if you have 1,000 workers, will you negotiate with them one by one? You cannot. And so you have somebody who will synchronize, compromise, synthesize, and represent them. But when it comes to represent them, you should not turn him into being your own representative. Like the new this, I heard on the news that he was taken to present to the governor. I think the first people to recognize him will be the national body for him to have any mandate, because Imo NLC is just a branch of the national one. And whosoever the national one recognizes here is their man.